From Ashes, Chapter 3, The Present. We stop for lunch on the way home. The sun has finally decided to make an appearance, and we eat outdoors. 2 greasy burgers. Gabby peels the American cheese off of hers, licking at her fingers the whole time. Extra pickles. Soft pink nails. I watch her, amazed at her place in my life, amazed at the throb of life in general. An hour before we get home, not far from a small town where I sometimes volunteer at the fire station, the car starts to shake. I cross lanes, just in time. My left rear tire peels into shreds of black. Last time anything like this happened, I was a teenager with a junk car and nowhere to go anyway. I pull our suitcases out of the trunk, rifle around, lifting and banging. Finally find a little donut, which doesn't look much better than the shredded wheel I just lost. I search for a jack while Gabby sits in the grass of the shoulder, searching for 4-leaf clovers, like an angel, until she gets bored at my moderate levels of mechanical competence and starts to whine. "Daddy, how long?" she says, drawing the final word like eternity has already come and gone. She's found 3 4-leaf clovers, none of which are granting me much luck. I hit the wrench, still unable to loosen the final bolt. "Till I get it," I say, all clipped tones and business. "You think we can get home with just a piece of metal and no tire?" She harumphs and recrosses her legs, twirling the clovers in her fingers. I bang the bolt loose, cutting one of my fingers in the process and hissing in pain. She looks up, waiting for the bad word. I suck it back in. "Gabby, look in the glove compartment and get me a Band-Aid." She stands up, all-purpose now, opens the passenger side, and digs through the mess of paper napkins, pens, and random mints left over from restaurants, finally surfacing with the small first aid kit I always keep there. She putters onto the road, and I shout for her to move back to the grass, wrestling all the time to get the almost useless donut onto the car. My little girl sinks into herself, clutching the Band-Aid in her hand. I finally tighten the last bolt back onto the car just as a state trooper drives up. "You doing all right, sir?" he asks, getting out of his car. "Yeah," I grumble, not sure where to wipe my hands. "Just a little trouble with the tire, but I think I finally got it." Gabby pops her head around the bumper just as I recognize the officer. "Oh, hey, Pete, how's it going?" "Aiden," he asks. "Man, I haven't seen you in ages. Got a new job, I understand." "Yeah, a few years now, IT. But I still come down to Davis County to volunteer every once in a while. Not far from here. Saw a few of your cops just last month." "Where are you coming from?" he asks, squatting to look dubiously at my repair job. "Just a couple days in Florida. Rain?" he asks. "Almost the whole trip, but Gabby and I didn't mind." She holds up the Band-Aid that I've forgotten, along with a wad of napkins that I gratefully take and use to wipe my hands. "Been raining up here too. You still living in Haydensboro?" "Yeah," I say as Gabby opens up my hand and expertly administers the Band-Aid to my scabbing finger wound. "Not sure you're going to make it on this little thing," he says, waving at the tiny, saggy-looking wheel. "My buddy's got a shop just down the road. Wisp of a town. Head on over there and tell him I sent you. He'll get you in today. Don't want that pretty little lady stuck by the side of the road twice on the same trip." "No, I really don't," I say as she hops into her booster and buckles up. 1 mile, on the right. He'll give you a fair price." "Good to see you, Pete," I say, tossing the suitcases back into the trunk. "Family doing well?" "Oldest just graduated, headed out to University of Kentucky last month," he responds. "It all goes too fast, and never fast enough." He grins, stepping into his car. I slip into my seat and buckle up, gazing into the rear view to check on Gabby, who is now humming a song to her wilting clovers. I catch a glimpse of the green-gray clouds coming up from the south. 1 mile on the right. I hope Pete is right about the fair price.